Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Flyers win tonight 4-2 against the Montreal Canadiens as they close out the 2026 season. God, I can't talk tonight. I'm still living off the high of last night. I am going to be talking to you probably for about maybe the next 10 minutes or so because Big Al's going to be getting ready to come in with the Fightins final. So maybe I got like 15, 20 minutes or so. So we're going to go in and talk about this game. Guys, let's get right to it. The scoring. The Flyers jumped on the Canadiens early and literally 8:08 of the first period. Porter Martone, his fourth goal of the year from Mitchkov, and Bonk. That's right, Oliver Bonk in the lineup tonight. And I must say, the young Flyers that were in this game tonight looked very impressive. Did not look like the moment was too big for them. Again, it's only one game. I'm just going off of what this guy's seen, and I'll tell you what, they look kind of good tonight. These young Flyers. So, but Bonk had a very good first period, man. He really did. But he would get the goal. He would get the assist along with Mitchkov on Martone's fourth of the year, giving the Flyers a 1-0 lead on the tip-in. Then, at the 14:42 mark of the first period, Oliver Bonk would take a wrist shot, and it would be from McDonald and Mitchkov again, giving the Flyers a 2-0 lead, and it would stay that way throughout the first period. Then the second period would start, and the Habs would get on the board. Brendan Gallagher with a tip-in at the 6:50 mark from Goal and Texer, cutting the lead to 2-1. Then Matvei Mitchkov, the guy who had the two helpers early on, would light the lamp unassisted, giving them a 3-1 lead at the 13:52 mark. And then later on in the period, with about 10 seconds left to go in the period, Jake Evans would score on Zila and Velino with the helpers, cutting the lead to 3-2, and it would stay that way until about 12 minutes left to go in the third period when Alex Bump gets his fifth. Porter Marone with the assist, putting the Flyers up 4-2, and that's how this game would end. Flyers end up with 98 points. So we're going to take a look around the NHL as we get ready to go that, and then I would love to come back. I'm going to hear from you as we go into the scores. So let's go into the scores tonight, guys, as tonight 9 games along the slate here in the 9 games in the slate tonight. So here we have it. Wild lead the Ducks 2-1 with about 16 minutes left to go in the second period. Mammoth with a 1-0 lead over the Jets with about 40 seconds left to go in the first. Also in the first, with about 16 minutes left to go, Flames and Avalanche are scoreless. Also in the first, Blues hosting the Penguins right now. 18 minutes in of the first. It just started, so there is no score in that game. Kings and Canucks will get together roughly in about 15 minutes to get going. So there you have it. These are all finals now from earlier. It was the Bruins shutting out the Devils 4-0. It was the Hurricanes 2, the Islanders 1, and it was the Capitals 2, the Blue Jackets 1. So there you have it. There is your official night for tonight. We're going to take a look at it right now. As you can see, Washington ends up with 95. If the Penguins lose tonight, I'm wondering how that's going to go about it if they lose, because that means the Flyers and Penguins would end up virtually with the same amount of points. I don't know if they would stay in there. I don't know how that would work. I mean, the Flyers have more wins than Pittsburgh. They would only, even with the Penguins win, if they were to win tonight and go up to 100 points, it would be they would only have 42 wins, where the Flyers have 43. Their record is 43, 27, and 12, where the Penguins are 41, 24, and 16. So I don't know how that would go as they would lead on. But these are your 8 teams from your Eastern Conference. For your Eastern Conference, it would be the number 1 seed, the Carolina Hurricanes, with 113 points. The Buffalo Sabres would be your number 2 with 108. It would be the Tampa Bay Lightning, number 3, with 106. Also, Montreal has 106 as well. Then it would go down to the Penguins and the Flyers. It would either be 100 for the Penguins or 98 for the Flyers. And then your 2 wild card teams are the Boston Bruins with 100 points, and also the Ottawa Senators with 97 points. So I'm going to take a look at the schedule real quick here, because it does have games scheduled for Thursday. Okay, so that's Thursday. Yeah, it looks like Thursday. All right, so the playoffs, they have games scheduled for Wednesday. So tomorrow you actually have games tomorrow, which is weird. You got 6 games tomorrow. You have Stars, Sabres, Rangers, Lightning, Red Wings, Panthers, Maple Leafs, Senators, Sharks, Blackhawks, Kraken, Golden Knight, and then on Thursday you have Blues, Mammoth, Ducks, Predators, Sharks and Jets, Kings and Flames, Canucks and Oilers, Kraken and Avalanche. So there you look like your games there as they go into Thursday. So I would imagine Friday, probably Friday or Saturday would be your local times, I guess, for game 1 of this. So I will have to see when that would be. Let's check into your comments right now. Robert Mosher checking in, saying good evening, Mike. Good evening, Rob. Joe Hale checking in, says love the play by the youngsters. Yes, Joe, I would have to totally agree with you. These youngsters are playing well. It says Sunday is game 1, I believe. I don't think it's going to be that far out because today is Tuesday. They're not going to make the Flyers wait 1, 2, 3, 4, and then play on the 5th day. They're not going to give them 4 days off. I would say Saturday. So it says the Flyers will beat the Penguins. I hope you're right. It says Penguins own the tiebreaker. Okay. So then the Penguins would stay where they are. They just said that the Flyers start on the road for the playoffs. Okay. Al says, do you want to do the Phillies post game? God, this team is maddening. I feel so bad for them. I would imagine the Phillies, that game probably just went final. It was, last score I seen was 7-4, so I don't know what the final was over there. But knowing how how Al just said that, it's probably not good. Stanley Cup playoffs are scheduled to begin on Saturday, April 8th. All right, so I would have a feeling that the Flyers will probably get the game on Saturday. And Al just said, final games, the last games are played on April 16th, which are several matchups scheduled. Yeah, Al, I just read off the scheduling for that day for Thursday. In case you guys didn't hear me, it's Blues and Mammoth play at 7 o'clock, Ducks and Predators at 8, Sharks and Jets at 8, Kings and Flames at 9, and then your 2 late games are Canucks and Oilers at 9 o'clock as well, and the Kraken and Avalanche play at 10. So, he said Phillies lost 10-4. Well, if you look at it, the Phillies put up 13 yesterday, so they're pretty much in a dead heap with the Cubs as far as runs this series. If you kind of look at it, Phillies putting up 13 yesterday, and the Cubs only putting up 7. So they put up 7 yesterday, 10 today, and God, poor Al's going to have to take you through that. So we will be getting ready to kind of get over to him in just a few minutes. So I would imagine I would keep updates on when that is. Whenever that is, we will have people here doing Clear the Ice. So that is definitely going to be tomorrow, your Fighting's final. Yeah, Big Al tonight. And then tomorrow you have Matty B taking you taking you to, after the final pitch. But guys, don't forget tonight, 10:30. That's right, 10:30 tonight. Matty B will be on. And hopefully he got a chance to watch this game tonight, because I want to hear what he thought of the youngsters that came up from Lehigh Valley and played tonight. I thought all the young guys looked really good, especially Oliver Bonk. I think he played a tremendous game tonight. And I'll tell you what, Denver Barkley, that kid is just making a name for himself. You're going to start seeing a lot of his jerseys, I think, really kind of going around. Al said, "Don't rush it; it won't be pretty." I got it. I know. I hear you, Al, but I want to give you as much time as possible. So, I'll be getting off here probably in a few minutes. I just wanted to run this through, kind of get the people, because we all kind of figured tonight was going to be a throwaway game. But I'll tell you what, the young kids look good, and let's give Sam Erison a little bit of love too tonight, because Sam Erison played a hell of a game tonight. So, with that being said, it looks like your first round matchups for the Eastern Conference, the way this is put together, it looks like it'll be Carolina against Ottawa. It looks like Buffalo and Boston will get together. Tampa Bay will play Montreal, and Pittsburgh would host the Flyers. That's how it's looking for the that's how it's looking in the Eastern Conference. Western Conference, it looks like you have the Colorado Avalanche against the Los Angeles Kings. You have the Vegas Golden Knights against the Utah Mammoth. You have Edmonton hosting Anaheim, and I'm sorry, but you have Dallas hosting Minnesota. That's the way it's looking, and I'll tell you what, if I'm a Minnesota Wild fan right now, or even a Dallas Stars fan right now, I'm a little heated. I feel like they have to do something else, I think, to get this in. I kind of liked it better with the old point system, instead of not, just putting two teams at the bottom to fight for this, because you're really getting I don't know, I guess you could say a quarterfinal matchup in the first round with Dallas and Minnesota. Same thing in the Eastern Conference too. The Eastern Conference, you're getting Montreal and Tampa playing each other, where that probably could have been, if we did the old way, it would have been, if you're going by points, it would have been the Hurricanes against Ottawa, Buffalo against Boston. It would have been 3 would have played 6. So the Flyers would have been 6. It would have been Tampa and the Flyers, and then Pittsburgh and Montreal. That's kind of how it would have been under the old system. So I don't know. I'm looking at this and I'm going, because, it kind of puts my Stanley Cup prediction in a little bit of jeopardy there, with Dallas and with Dallas coming out of the Western Conference. Joe Hale says 98 points, the most since 2017, 2018 Flyers. And Star Wars was answering. Al, he says, no, it won't, Al. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of frustrated Philly fans. And again, too, just to lean on the Philly side of things, Aaron Nola started tonight, and I don't know what the excuse was, but it was very hot here today, so I don't understand why he didn't pitch well. But this is starting to get alarming now, because you are starting to get this lineup hitting, and the pitching is not holding up on their end. So, but Big Al will be along with you guys to give you the full breakdown. Guys, that is it. Flyers win 4-2 over the Montreal Canadiens. They close out with 98 points. They are in the postseason. We just wait and see when they go to Pittsburgh to take on those Pittsburgh Penguins. And when they do, after that final whistle, I, myself, Maddie, or Al will be on with you to watch, to talk about this game. So until then, guys, I will see you then. Probably Saturday. I'm thinking it's going to be Saturday. Hopefully, it's an afternoon game, Saturday afternoon. This way, it doesn't kill your Saturday night. But Penguins Flyers, probably 3 o'clock on Saturday. So I'm hoping that's what it is. I will continue to try to update. We'll probably know after Thursday as far as scheduling goes for that, because I'm not seeing anything at NHL.com for playoffs. Like, I'm looking here now and I don't see anything. I don't see anything right here with the playoffs. So, yeah, it's going to be. I'm actually on NHL.com right now, so there's nothing that I see for that. Guys, have a great rest of your Tuesday night. Big Al coming up next with the Fightins final, and then after him, you get to hear everything kind of combined with Matty B around 10:30ish. Make sure you guys tune in for that. I am Mike Laro. Flyers win 4-2, finish with 98 points, their most highest point total in about 6-7 years. So congratulations to them. We're on the Pittsburgh, baby. We're on the Pittsburgh. Time to bring on the Ice Pigeons, baby. I will see you guys sometime this weekend with this Clear the Ice right after the final whistle. Until then, have a great night and get ready. Big Al is coming up next.